Hi, I'm Governor Larry Rhoden. Welcome to the Central States Fair.
Hey everybody, it's Ron Jeffries. Just want to say welcome to the 80th Central States Fair. On behalf of my staff, the board of directors, and the hundreds of volunteers that work hard to produce this event, we have open arms and open doors for you to come join us for an entire week full of fun. Come see us at the 80th Central States Fair.
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Yeah! Thank you everybody for coming.
Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome to our 80th Central States Fair. You know, I had the privilege as a young boy growing up with the Ripkema family, and of course Lloyd was the county commissioner on the fair board along with Milo and many of them. And as I went into my saddle shed this morning, I think of names like Duhamel. And I looked at the old Duhamel saddle sitting there on that saddle rack, and just brought back memories of all the families down through the years that we have been involved with. I've been blessed to have been a director. This is my second term, and this year is my privilege to serve as the chairman, the president of this board. I can't tell you enough how pleased and what a privilege it is to serve in this community, in this capacity with putting on these events in the great South Dakota. You know, I want to, before we begin, we as directors, I know that every one of these directors, and they'll be introduced here in a moment, but we think of the directors that have gone on before us. And I know there's other directors out here in the crowd, and I see, of course, Jerry and different ones. I thank you for coming and always being supportive. We lost this last year, of course, a year and a half ago, we lost Jerry Cope. And we continue to think of all of the assets that Jerry provided to as leadership, as a director and as a friend to the community, and what he did. And this last year, this year here just a few months ago, Lindell Peterson, a dear friend that served on this fairgrounds for years and years and years and years. And it's only appropriate, our 80th year, that we take and we remove cover for a moment of silence, and as we quickly give thanks to the memory of Lindell Peterson and of Jerry. And quickly, Father, I thank you for these lives that have been in our paths, for the privilege to serve this fair board along with these other directors. And we remember those that have gone on before us. May we never forget their efforts, their passion for what they mean not only to the Central States Fair, but to South Dakota. We ask for your blessing upon this fair for safekeeping, and we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen. With that, true to Lakota tradition, we're going to go ahead and invite Rob Yellowhawk up to introduce his grandfather as they will do our Lakota ceremony.
Thank you. Good to see everyone. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Robert Yellowhawk. I come from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, but I was born and raised on the north side of Rapid City. I work for a nonprofit youth organization called Rural America Initiatives that has been a part of this community since 1986. We serve Head Start youth and work with the Rapid City Area School District, mentoring youth. Been a part of the organization for 15 years, started as a mentor, and now I'm the executive director of one of the largest Native nonprofits in the area. And you know, just very fortunate to be here today to introduce my grandfather. His name is Reverend Dr. Gerald Yellowhawk. He has served the Wesleyan Methodist Church his whole life, and you know, just the greatest guy I know, and a great role model to my siblings and I, and I'm just very fortunate to still have him with us. And you know, he speaks the Lakota language, that is his mother's tongue. But I would like him to share a prayer with us for a safe event this year, and thank you for your time and your attention.
Good afternoon. Today marks a very special year for me to be here. I'm probably more behind me than in the tomorrows, but I'm glad for what I still have. I used to come here back in 1952, 53 during the days of Casey Tibbs. And we used to come just to watch him ride. We live in Eagle Butte, South Dakota, and sometimes the younger boys, we will get on our horses and drive a herd of wild horses back to down to Fort Pierre, and they wanted to see some bucking horses. They called it a bucking horse sale, and they used to watch Casey Tibbs, the young, I think he was only 16 or 17 years old, riding broncs. And so I'm just so thankful that I can be here with these fine gentlemen and all of you. I am going to pray in the language of our people, the Lakota. Tunga shilam oye makia yo pilamaya yelom pilamaya yelom Chanum pakile yuha hoye wa yelo pilamaya yelo pilamaya yelo togashi lawa kantraka ampel tuyak upiki halewo pilogeni jabelo na petuki hale oyate nit hawa kavita yapiki hale na witala washte oichaya kinkta huyone japi. Thank you for this hour, and as it has already been prayed, that good things will happen, and that all the negative things that will be pushed aside somewhere else, or probably completely. May your will be done. And thank you for this time that we can call upon you. Hohechetuelo, mitakuye oyase, all of my relatives.
I'm going to go ahead and introduce the directors and some of the teams, and I like to kind of do this a little more personal. I ain't going to make her give her speech, but of course, Anna Wedham, one of our directors. She's a former Miss South Dakota, beautiful. She keeps us in line. I mean, nothing gets by her. And of course, our PR committee liaison, and she works very hard. What a privilege to work with her. Lori Cope, we lost Jerry a year and a half ago, and Lori, she's filling in the boots, and she's new as a new director on the board, and what a superstar. We're lucky to have Lori on board. Dustin Jenner Equipment, I tell you, he and his family, they're just phenomenal people. What they contribute to the fair through their cloning their equipment, and they've just been lifetime supporters. We're so thankful for you. And of course, James Roberts, we want to thank James for being here. Kind of a movie star, did some production, and passed a huge asset on our board and our PR areas, and so much knowledge, works close with the governor on different events and so forth as well. We're thankful for you. Quentin Riggins, of course, he's the bad guy of the bunch. He's an attorney. But anyhow, we're lucky to have him. Quentin is the vice president on the executive board. He and Kylie, he's a baseball coach, incredible family man. We're thankful for you. And of course, we got Marv, and of course, Lori Larrabee, Marv, Dakota Bank, on the board. He's our treasurer on the executive board. An avid team roper from Nebraska. He and Lori extremely well advanced in the team roping events and rodeo in their past history. Valentine native. And we're glad that he's here. And of course, if you want some cheap money, go to Dakota Bank. All right, John Roberts, John with the city. We're thankful for John. I just recently put back on the board to represent the city. We're thankful for you. Kelby Lang, and he is another family man, rodeo background, electrician, does it all. Super, super good on our board. We're so grateful. Miss here's of course, boy, I was doing good, wasn't I? Until I got to my ground supervisor, Megan McPherson. Her and Michael, a beautiful family. Megan, a barrel racer, hosts many of our horse events here at the stock show at the fairgrounds. As the chairman of our grounds committee, we're doing great things there. Wonderful, great asset is one of our new board members. Really appreciate you. Here's our president of the United States Cattlemen Association. If you like these good cattle prices, give this guy a little extra pat on the back when you bet you give him a hand. Runs St. Ange Livestock, of course, Dustin Tupper. I tell you, he's a Kimball Coyote native from Kimball, South Dakota. Wrestler, bronc rider, clear in the background. And Brooke, his wife, oh, she puts up with a lot. But we're thankful for him. And a great asset. Our past president, this guy has been just an incredible friend to me. Come to my events in Vegas with the AQHA. Great leader last year, followed the footsteps of Jerry Cope. A tremendous job, and he's still on board with us this year. And of course, we couldn't do it without Tanner. So Tanner Schilder and his family man, beautiful family. Thank you for all you do. Ross Risconnect, he's going to have the city proclamation, I think, the county's proclamation here after a bit. And so then we're thankful for him, and he's always on board. Has always been an asset to our board and the community. I'll get back to this gentleman here in a little bit. Jason Solomon, our mayor. And you know, he's a past board member. And what is a family man, a man of God. I look up to Jason. I am so pleased that he's in the leadership that he's in, and he's going to do a proclamation from the city in a little bit as well. Welcome back, and thank you for working with us. This is one of my favorite old girls here. She has been, how many times have you been on the board, Nancy? More than once. She was honored a few years ago, Silver Spurs Award winner. Her and her late husband, Buster, have worked the rodeo committees for years, the Central States Fair. She's in charge of the crafts and all those things over there, and they got things hopping. So be sure to get over there and open at 4 o'clock. We love Nancy, Nancy Maynard. Pat Roseland. Pat, we so appreciate you. The historian has given as much time and knowledge to the board, and we're so thankful for Pat and all that he does. Jerry Durs with the county commissioner. What I love about Jerry, he likes good horses. He's a horse breeder. He and his wife Teresa, and of course, very, very patriotic minded. We're so thankful for all that he has to offer. Very serious, but yet at the same time, a lot of fun. We appreciate his knowledge. Now, Callie Meyer, you're with the mayor. City Council. Are you kind of the boss? Is that the deal?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so. So with that, and of course, the most valuable guy up here, our CEO, Mr. Ron Jeffries. A hand for all of this team and the crew that they do, and Ron's going to speak a little bit later with that. We're going to start with some proclamations, and I'm very proud to introduce the first one this morning, a gentleman that I've known basically the majority of my lifetime. Went to high school with him, rodeoed with him. I've watched him. He served our country 6 years in the United States Army, in the National Guard. Married a beautiful, beautiful twin sister, a girl that had an identical twin. And of course, I thought she'd be with us today too, but she's packing suitcases and doing first lady stuff. But anyhow, Larry and Sandy, what an asset to South Dakota. And of course, Larry responsible for leading legislation and making rodeo the official state sport of South Dakota, and now is our governor. Would you welcome to the podium for some words and a proclamation, Governor Larry Rhoden.
Thank you, Jim. Well, you know, times have changed a little bit. For a lot of years, I always said that nothing struck fear in my heart more than being in the same room with Jim Hunt when he had a live mic in his hand, because he'd start telling stories. But I think we've kind of matured and grown past that, because I think we've got this mutual destruction agreement between us. So, well, what a pleasure to be here. I have not missed the Central States Fair for a long time. And for the last 6 months, I've been the governor of the state, and that's been a whole another level. I've always loved South Dakota, and the better I get to know it, the better I like it. And the reason for it is the people. And so to come to an event like this in western South Dakota and Rapid City, and the people, the class of the people that you meet, that you see here, the events, the fun, the camaraderie is what this state and this fair is all about, and what this represents. So I have a proclamation, an executive proclamation that I would like to present today. It's an executive proclamation from the state of South Dakota in the office of the governor. Whereas the first county fair in South Dakota was held in 1880, and the first fair in Rapid City was in 1887, and whereas during the past 80 years, the Central States Fair has had a rich history in our state, celebrating agricultural heritage, community spirit, and Western hospitality. And whereas we celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Central States Fair held at the Central States Fairground in Rapid City as a key attraction, bringing in over 130,000 attendees from Pennington County and western South Dakota, while providing a legacy for the agricultural families that are 3, 4, or 5 generations old. And whereas the Central States Fair provides a vital platform for showcasing the achievements of our farmers, ranchers, and agricultural industry, contributing significantly to the economic prosperity and well-being of our state. Whereas the Central States Fair serves as a hub for community gatherings, providing the most respected rodeo events since 1940, such as the nationally televised Extreme Bronc Match Finals and the PRCA Range Days Rodeo. The fair also provides musical and other entertainment, delicious foods, exciting exhibits, and a midway carnival for the families and friends in western South Dakota. And whereas we recognize the success of the Central States Fair is due in large part to the gifts and talents of our devoted city, county, and state leaders, as well as the hundreds of volunteers that bring hospitality and safety to make the 80th annual Central States Fair event an experience for all to remember. Now, therefore, I, Larry Rhoden, Governor of the state of South Dakota, do hereby proclaim the week of August 15th as 80th anniversary of the Central States Fairs Day. Thank you.
Proclamation. Good job. Excellent. Thank you. Don't you got a political speech?
I already said howdy, so I'm done. God bless y'all.
Thank you, Governor. Yes, another hand for Larry Rhoden, for Governor Larry Rhoden. At this time, let's call on Jason Sullivan to share some words from the city.
Thank you, Jim. How are we doing today? This is a great day. You know, when I come to the fair each year, it reminds me of growing up coming to the fair. It reminds me of taking my own children to the fair. And now that my kids are empty nesting, I can't wait till I have grandchildren and they take them to the fair. Because it's a nostalgia bomb to me. It really is where the past meets the future right here in the present. On behalf of the city, we want to say we are very excited about the Central States Fair. Very grateful to have 2 city council members up here with me today, with Callie Meyer right over here and John Roberts as well. I think this signifies our continued strong support for the Central States Fair, and we're very excited about it. So I will read my proclamation, which probably is word for word from the governor, so I guess maybe I should rap mine or do something different with it. I don't know. So whereas Rapid City held its first fair in 1887 And during the last 80 years, the Central States Fair has continued the legacy by celebrating the diverse cultural fabric of the community. And whereas over the past 80 years, the Central States Fair has evolved from a small local event to a Black Hills regional attraction. And whereas we celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Central States Fair with fun-filled events planned for all ages, the fair showcases the impacts of our local and regional agricultural community through national events such as the PRCA, Range Day Rodeos, Extreme Bronx Finals, and Mutton Bussin', provides a platform for 4-H FFA youth to display their talents, and offers memorable experiences from live concerts, open class exhibits, motocross racing, demolition derby, midway activities, carnival rides, lots of food and cold beverages. And whereas the Central States Fair is a cornerstone event celebrating the rich agricultural heritage of the region and is one of the largest events in Rapid City during the summer months, with over 130,000 locals and visitors in attendance each year. And whereas the Central States Fair invites young and old to end our summer season with Western heritage and culture as a key partner in the Rapid City community, along with the local and regional support, continue to proudly share the ranching and agricultural industry story from today and past generations. And whereas the Central States Fair staff, board of directors, community leaders from Pennington County and Rapid City, business partners, and hundreds of volunteers continue to share the vision and passion to make this annual event a memorable experience for thousands to enjoy and look forward to each year. Now therefore, I, Jason Solomon, Mayor of Rapid City, South Dakota, do hereby proclaim the week of August 15th through the 23rd of 2025 as the Central States Fair 80th Anniversary Week in Rapid City. And I encourage all citizens to visit the fair and participate in the festivals they have to offer throughout the week. So there you go, it's signed, it's sealed, and Jim will deliver it. And I want to say one more thing before I go. Having served on this board in the past, I know what an incredible staff the Central States Fair has, as well as great leadership with Ron. I also know this is a hard-working board. This is not a board you just put your name on. You actually got to roll up your sleeves and do something. And so that's what I know about the folks here. We know that it takes tons of volunteers to make this happen. So just want to say we acknowledge your hard work. We don't take it for granted. We appreciate it. And we cheer you on for another 80 years here in Rapid City. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor. This time, let's call on Ross Rosknecht to deliver a proclamation from the county. Welcome.
Thank you, Ron Rosknecht, Commissioner of Pennington County. I am very pleased to be able to sit there and read this proclamation today, and hopefully I don't copy the governors and the mayors, but on behalf of Pennington County Commissioners, two of which are here today, Commissioner Hadcock and Commissioner Deere, we'll go ahead and read the proclamation. Executive Proclamation, Pennington County, South Dakota, 2025 Central States Fair, August 15th through August 23rd, 2025. Whereas we celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Central States Fair, held at the Central States Fairground in Rapid City, South Dakota. And whereas the Central States Fair is an economic driver for Pennington County, Rapid City, and Western South Dakota, providing insights into the region's agricultural industry, livestock shows, displays, youth agriculture, and Western arts and crafts. And whereas we applaud the Central States Fair Board of Directors, its management and staff, Pennington County, City of Rapid City, and our community leaders, and the hundreds of volunteers that bring hospitality and safety to make the 80th Annual Central States Fair an event and experience for all of us to remember. And whereas the Central States Fair will feature a vibrant array of events, including Western hospitality through Extreme Bronx Finals, PRCA, Range Day Rodeo, Mutton Busting, Rodeo Arts and Crafts Showcase, youth agriculture exhibits, live concerts, demolition derby, and freestyle motocross and amazing midway carnival. These are just a few of the many events that will be held at the Central State Fairgrounds this week. And whereas the Pennington County Commissioners and employees recognize the 80th Annual Central States Fair held in Rapid City for the next 9 days and welcome good old Western hospitality and friendship for all to enjoy. Now, therefore, Pennington County of South Dakota hereby proclaim Friday, August the 15th through Saturday, August the 23rd, 2025, as the 80th Annual Central States Fair. In testimony whereof anyhow, I just want to, the commissioners that are going to put their signature on this would be Commissioner Ron Weifenbach, Commissioner Hadcock, myself, Jerry Deere, and Gary Drews. And I just want to take this time to thank Ron and his staff. I think we've already said that enough today, but they do an outstanding job. They're hands-on, they get things done, and I just can't believe that each year is better than the year before. So I just want to thank you on behalf of the Bennington County Commissioners, and enjoy the fair this year.
Ron, thank you very much, Renee. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ron, for that. Before we do the ribbon cutting and officially start, we're going to do a little patriotic. I know I've got some volunteer youth to come up here. Come on up here, and we're going to ask the governor and these youth, and all are going to stand, and we're going to do the pledge. Come on up here, the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Governor, if you would step right over here and face the flag. What an honor it is to have these two young people, youth, and our governor, Governor Larry Rhoden. Shaky, there you go. And if you'd all stand, remove cover. And of course, Governor, if you would lead us with these young, exciting young people, face the flag, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance.
Number 1, sitting on the outer gate. Number 2, sitting first call for the D class. Oh, it's going to get dusty, boys. These 450 riders are going to make some dust, that's for sure.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Governor. Yeah, stay up here. Okay, before we do that, how about a big welcome to the CEO, our general manager, as he shares with us as we get ready to open up this fair. Welcome, Ron Jeffries.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. I know it's warm, so I'll be really quick, which is code words for it's going to take me an hour to get through this. I just was thinking about this. You know, you heard the mayor, the governor, and Commissioner Roskinek talk about a fair in 1887. And what I wanted to explain about that, there was a fair in 1887. It started and it ran consecutively. But we became incorporated in 1946 as the Black Hills Exposition. And that was the start and the point where we started counting our anniversary. And so, as I was thinking about that, I'm thinking, so what does it take to help keep people coming back to an event like this? I mean, is it the funnel cakes and it's open class and the carnival rides and a certain amount of fun? Absolutely. It is about creating family experiences that are fun. And have things changed? You bet. I was talking with Commissioner Jerry Deere. His grandfather in 1905 won the chariot race at the fair. So when you start thinking about the different things that have taken place, now we've got televised events, and we've got world-class bronc riders joining us for the X-Broncs. We've got youth livestock shows that still continue in the open class, the Carnival Americana that shows up and does a great job for us. We've got a ton of people out here that come out and create these family experiences. But the real difference that makes a fair last and grow and prosper is the staff and the volunteers and the sponsors that put their heart, their soul, their love, and their money into supporting this event so that everybody can have those fantastic experiences. So it's all of you, it's all of you, and it's all of the people back out here that help put on events for the public. Without you, we would just be another day in the week. With you, we are one of the best fairs in the entire state of South Dakota, I promise you that. I can't thank you enough. My hat's off to my staff. Several of them have left already because they saw me take the stage and knew it was going to be an hour. But and I also want to say that when we talked about the board of directors, when Mayor Solomon talked about the board of directors and it's a working board, it's the board of directors that rolls up their sleeves but it's a PR committee. It's the rodeo committee. It's the open class. It's the group that comes back on and puts on our horse sale during the stock show, the horse committee. It's our livestock committee. It's the volunteers that work throughout, and they do it because they love being part of something that's a good thing. And so if you wouldn't mind joining me in a round of applause to all of our volunteers. With that, I would like to have a ribbon cutting to celebrate our 80th anniversary here, and I want everybody up on stage to come join us. Fill in below, come up on stage, but I want everybody to come on up. We got the Sheriff's Department, Commissioner Hadcock, bring a group with you, would you please? Come on up.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming.